Hi, Dr. Lucius Pomerantz here. I wanted to put up some quick videos to discuss the two leg injuries that occurred in the recent UFC 261. They will be divided into part 1 and part 2. Both injuries were because of throwing the calf kick and are noteworthy, extreme examples of the double-edged sword of this particular strike. The use of this strike is common in mixed martial arts and often very successful. Just ask Conor McGregor after his recent bout with Dustin Poirier. These two consecutive fights represent just about the best and the worst things that can happen for the person throwing the kick. As an orthopedic surgeon and occasional ringside physician, I hope to provide some insight into what happened, how the ringside physician is approaching these issues in the cage, and the recovery that each fighter is looking to make. If you like these videos, please share with your friends and subscribe. On to part 1. First, we'll talk about the bout between Anthony Smith and Jimmy Crute. Anthony Smith landed a tremendous right kick to the outside of Jimmy Crute's knee. Immediately, Crute's leg buckles and he falls. However, this was not the end of the fight. Crute is able to take Anthony Smith down and control the fight while on the ground. Then, in between rounds, Crute is examined by the physician and the fight stopped. Jimmy Crute sustained a common peroneal nerve injury from this kick. He had foot drop. He is unable to lift his foot up at the ankle. I discussed this injury in my recent video on nerves and what happens when they don't work, and used the injury that hobbled Sean O'Malley at UFC 252 as an example. To review, the common peroneal nerve controls the muscles that lift the ankle and toes and allow for the ankle to move outwards. Eversion. Crute could not lift his ankle, and he kept inverting his ankle because he could not evert it. I do want to point out that Crute was able to drive off his foot, use his calf muscles when taking Smith down because these muscles are controlled by a different nerve, the tibial nerve. It was clear that Crute should be evaluated by a physician between rounds. During the exam, Crute is asked to simply walk forward and then backward. He could not demonstrate that he could properly move safely within the cage. Crute is distraught at the decision, but the ringside physician made a prudent decision on safety of the fighter. Safety is paramount. Now, fortunately, this is a neuropraxic injury, meaning the nerve was not damaged permanently. How long it takes to completely recover from these injuries varies and ranges from minutes to days to even weeks. Good for Anthony Smith to be able to land such an effective strike. Bad for Crute in that he could not continue the fight and took a loss. I have no doubt he will be back in the cage soon though. See my next video, part 2 of this 2-part series. Let's keep moving.